Do you use AI?
I did a bit of chat GPT back in the day of like, write me a song about jam sandwiches. And then I took all the credit.
Amazing. No, yeah, that's the great thing about ChatGPT at the moment is you can take credit for whatever you do because
Yeah.
not everyone knows about it. Right, I
Yeah,
need
and
my
it's not even that good. So it definitely sounds
yeah.
like it was me.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Graham Cullis Art Club podcast, episode 57. Shabadabadoo. Hello, everybody, you wonderful, wonderful people. If you're watching the YouTube version of this podcast, and yes, there is a YouTube version for all of you that are walking through bogs or marshlands or the beach listening to this podcast with your headphones, then why not head over to YouTube to have a little watch? And YouTubers, don't worry, there is going to be a video of me and the Mr. Incredible Jam Slaag, aka Dominic Bourne, having a delightful conversation, and you can see all of our reactions. But in the meantime, for you YouTube watchers, the visuals right now is probably just some subtitles, and I think what I might do is just treat you to some pictures of my art or some random pictures of me, so you can just look at me and my art because I am a artist after all, and I do philanthropy work with the mental health space, and it's going to give me an excuse to have a little look through my random picture folder on my desktop, which I just chuck everything in. So I guess I should probably do that YouTube thing where I say, please hit the like button and subscribe, and perhaps even leave a comment. That would be wonderful to help shift the algorithm in my favour, so that I might possibly think about doing more YouTube videos if it picks up. But I did make a promise to my listeners when I do get a guest which is of more of a high profile calibre, that I would try my hardest to put together a YouTube video. And yeah, chatting to Dom on Zoom made it really handy. And as the podcast grows, of course, I believe that I will have a team behind me eventually, and we can make videos every week for your eyes as well as your ears. So anyone coming over here from Jam Slaag's audience to watch the YouTube video or just listen to the podcast, you can find more episodes in audio format on any of your podcast listening apps, so Spotify, Apple, Amazon, etc., all of them. And yeah, check out some of my past episodes and the future episodes too, which will most likely mostly be in audio format for the moment. And have you followed my Instagram and TikTok yet? No, you haven't yet? Okay, well, just go on your app now and give me a follow. That would be wonderful, so I can reach more people and do more amazing podcasts with amazing people like Dominic. Right, Jam Slaag, Dominic Bourne. For any of my listeners that are not really a TikTok, Instagram kind of person, but you may have been partial to comedies such as Harry Enfield and Chums or The Fast Show, Little Britain. You know, those TV programs where catchphrases were a thing, when we didn't have the internet and weren't able to watch things over and over again like we can now. Catchphrases in comedy were really important for us to be able to, I suppose, promote these shows, because we'll be talking about them in the playground, in the office. We'll be saying things to each other like, "Ooh, suits you, sir." The Fast Show. Or, "Only me." Harry Enfield. Or, "Hey, sit on it." The Fonzie from Happy Days. Well, something that I wanted to talk about with Jam Slaag, I didn't actually get to ask him about this or discuss it, but he is the king of modern day catchphrase in my eyes. He's bringing it back. So just to explain his content, basically, Jam Slaag takes walks through the countryside, particularly in places of marshland and bogs, where he gets down to his bogging bits, which is what he calls his clothing to walk through the bogs, like his welly boots and waterproof socks and waders and all kinds of Gore-Tex wear, I guess, waterproofing. And as he takes us through these journeys, he has little profound messages which he wants to get off his chest, and he talks about his experience in the present moment, and it's beautiful. It's really hard to explain. I have included a couple of examples in our chat, so you'll get to see and hear these if you're on whatever platform you're consuming this on. And yeah, I didn't get to discuss with him the use of catchphrase, so he has these really clever little taglines that he uses within his content. So I guess his most famous one is he ends the videos with "See you in the morning, shabba-dabba-doo," which he also has taken from the Flintstones, which is also a cartoon which used catchphrases which helped you remember it, and a very successful catchphrase as well. So yeah, hats off to him. And he also uses things like "danger, danger" when he's in a particularly hazardous situation. And, you know, the word bogging and bogging bits, you know, it's all really, really simple, but so well and cleverly executed. Basically, and that's another one of his catchphrases, by the way, he is a comedy genius. But I would have to put it down to the main thing, that is, he is so authentic. What you see is what you get with Dominic Bourne in real life. So he's actually out walking in nature, having a lovely time, and it's just him. But I don't want to give you too many spoilers. I reckon we should just crack on with the interview, shall we? So, let me take you back to a couple of days ago when I had an amazing chat with influencer of 1,200,000 followers, Dominic Bourne, aka Jam Slaag. Shabba-dabba-doo.
Oh, here you go. So top right-hand screen of view. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in big or small, off full screen. Oh, view.
Oh, I'm off full screen.
Here we go. Gallery.
And then you can click. Should I click gallery as well?
Just to
Or
be
does it
safe.
not matter?
Just to be safe,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Oh,
And then
we're both multi-screen.
look at that. We're both on there. I think it'll be kind of perfect for content to have it this way around. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I can do
Make sure
funny
my
things.
dirty kitchen's not in there.
It's your kitchen, is it?
Clean.
Don't worry,
Yes.
it's all good. I'm in my dirty little bedroom. It's okay.
It's a lovely bedroom.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, there's
Thank you.
a little bit of the art there, like I thought you
Oh,
might like to
wow.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, not quite up to scratch, but
Oh, but you're selling that, aren't you? You're an artist.
well, apparently, yeah, it's not really by purpose.
Well, do you know what? Whenever you become an artist, it never is by purpose. It's usually by accident. You know,
This is true.
normally. Right. Okay. So let me get my notes. Are you ready for this? I've been.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm ready because it made me panic because I saw my story views and I was like, "Whoa, oh gosh!"
Oh, really?
God knows what's been asked. Yeah, so
Well,
I don't know if they have come over or not. I don't know.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good questions come over. So and I think it was enough. There's enough to be able to do all of them, I think. But we'll get to the questions in a bit anyway. But firstly, like, I just want to kind of like, you know, find out a bit about you, you know. Morning. Okay, so Dominic, you have kind of like an air of mystery about you, actually. Like, that's what I've seen from a lot of the questions that are coming in. Like, well, I'll go in with one of the questions, actually, because it kind of makes sense. It kind of brings it into it. This girl called Melanie Mountjoy. Do you recognize her?
Lovely name.
There we go. At Melanie
Beautiful
Mountjoy. So basically, her question, I loved it. I messaged her back and said, I love the question because it's kind of like, it's part of the mystery. She said, what's your actual accent? Like, I've heard you speak in so many different accents. It's so fun. And that's like basically like what I wanted to ask is like, where are you from? Because where are you?
So I am from. I live in Southampton, is where I live, like the south of England. I've never really had like a place where I feel like this is where I'm from. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, never really had that kind of thing. But yeah, my accent is this.
There we go. Yeah.
So southern, very southern. Sometimes when I'm talking, I sound really posh, and it's like, ooh, that ain't me. But I don't know, the accents, I just think they're funny.
Yeah, exactly. I just like just from like that video, the chat you had with Rory Paints, like it was just really like refreshing to see that it's actually you. It's so genuine. Like you lay it on a bit thick in the videos, of course, but like literally like you are so genuine. Like it's just like,
oh, bless you, man.
Yeah,
that means a lot to me. I've had a question like back in the day before I even started content, when I was working, and someone was saying to me, they'd like, I know nothing about you yet. You know what I mean? And I was like, I quite like that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Very strange man. But it's like when you're recording yourself, it's weird being on your own and talking. And then it just flows into a basically. Let me tell you about this.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I mean, I remember when I first started vlogging years ago, like when I was trying the whole YouTube train, I gave up on that. But like it was, I would throw myself into situations like I would go into the middle of the Brighton station and just get my vlogging camera out. When it was back in the day when it was like a bit more like, oh, what the hell is he doing? Like, you know, like, and just pushing my boundaries and just talking to the camera and just like not give a shit about anything else that's around me. And what I found was that like, I was a bit self-conscious, but like people weren't thinking I'm weird. They were just more intrigued, and they wanted to know what it's all about more than like thinking he's an absolute nutcase. Some probably did, but yeah, like
I think the more, if you are on your own and the more you are doing these things on your own, you actually become like, who actually are you? Do you know what I mean? Are we just doing this to please everybody else around us? Because I get it a lot of like, speak normally. I think, well, I don't want to.
Right.
That's boring. And then they think, well, when I come across something, I'm not going to be like, look at this squirrel.
Exactly. You have a performance as well, because I noticed that as well. I had that in my vlogging. I'd like roll my R's a bit. When I'm doing my monologue on my podcast, I enunciate a bit more, and like I put on a very soft voice because I have ukulele music down in the background. Actually, can you hear it? Like, can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Wow, there we go. It's beautiful, eh? Okay, so and like it's quite funny actually. Like, how many interviews have you done, would you say, so far?
So I done Rory Paints, and I'm doing this. I think that is everything I've done, I think.
Oh, really?
So I think you're the second.
It's funny, isn't it, how like two artists have like locked onto you, you know, like
yeah, that is odd.
Yeah, right. So look, I reckon any other artists out there wants to interview Dominic Bourne,
yes,
slide into his DMs because he likes art.
Van Gogh in you come.
Yeah, but yeah. So, okay, what I would like you to do for the audience of my listeners that might not know who you are, who the hell is Jam Slaag? Describe your art, because I call it art. Describe your art.
Okay, so basically what I do is just go about and then have a good day, really. And then, I really love going on walks. I love nature. I love the outside world. And then I just like being able to show that in it's strange, because when I started putting these videos out, I just thought like everyone would think the same, but then it's like, whoa, people don't think the same at all. So it's gone on.
I think the majority of them do, because it's so relatable, you know. Like, obviously there's a few people that don't and think it's absolutely crazy what you do, but like, I think it's so popular because it's so relatable, and there's people that want to think the same as well, you know. Like, because it just brings you back to your child state, doesn't it? Like Carl Jung, you know, like he would like promote the fact that playing with like mud and water is like your unconscious emotions, and like playing with sticks is like weapons, and it just takes you back to your child state, right? So like I think it's really like, it's to our core, you know, going into nature and just playing, you know.
Definitely, that is where we should be. we should all be outside and let each other, without all this buildings, and we go walking past HSBC every day. Boring. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like, being around concrete has a huge negative impact. So if you're out in the sticks and the trees, you can actually see what the world is like. Trees are alive. What the heck? That's mental.
They are,
isn't it?
And they've been alive longer than us.
Yeah, and it's something like that. Like animals have been alive longer than trees. Like trees only come on the scene a little bit after animals or something like that, which is mental.
All right. Okay. Animals first. Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. So
I don't know if I've done a good job explaining who I am.
Well, I mean, I think you have. Like just for the listeners who still are a little bit confused. Dominic, aka Jam Slaag on Instagram and TikTok, basically walks through nature, films himself having a lovely time. He's got the sounds of the Shire behind him. He uses the Lord of the Rings music, which is brilliant. Why is it you can't use that music on TikTok, by the way?
It's only a minute long, and most of my videos are over a minute on TikTok. Like I've got videos on there like 5 minutes, just pure bogging.
Yeah,
and then Instagram only allows a minute and a half, but they have the full length you can use the music for.
Yeah.
Because I've used the music so much on Instagram, sometimes I'm only allowed to use like a minute of the song, and then I can go back to a minute.
I thought that might be the case because the Lord of the Rings is way better, isn't it? Because I remember I wanted to show someone a video just to explain who you are, and then I could only find the TikTok one at that moment. I was like, oh, where's the Lord of the Rings music?
Yeah, I know. I've told so many people, I was like, please, someone make like a 4-minute version. I'll use it every day.
Yeah. Well, can't you do that yourself and upload it to TikTok?
Well, I could. I don't know if they'll get me done for like copyright or uploading it and it's not mine. And then I'm not very good at the instruments. So.
Oh, right. Okay. Like you mean actually make one itself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that'll be a bit difficult, wouldn't it? Maybe I could do a ukulele version for you.
Please do. Please do.
Right. Well, it's so simple, but so well executed. I mean, I'm not taking away from the editing side of things because everyone that edits videos knows how much work goes into it. Even those little 60-second ones that you do, like there's so much more work involved in editing those videos than everyone realizes. But like the whole concept is simple and so well executed. I think that is the key. Like it's perfect. Like, I'd love you to meet my mum, because I think my mum could do something similar in her allotment. She asked you a question later. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exciting.
I reckon she could do it. But
I think anyone can do it. And that's the thing. Anyone can do it. And that's what I've been trying to, put forward is, I think everyone should be making content and showing who they are through their little videos. And I think, everyone would be surprised at the reaction they get of just genuinely being themselves and showing themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. And I get a lot of good feedback from the podcast because I am literally putting my life on a platter here. When I do my monologues, I'm talking about my mental health, and it's all genuine. It's all stuff that I've gone through that week, and I just lay it out there for people, to an extent. Obviously there's some stuff that you might not want to say, but I think what comes through is a genuine person. And that's what I see with your content, and I think that's why I believe I know that's why it does so well. My niece
from
actually
listening,
Oh, go on, carry on.
Also, I was just going to say, from listening to your content, it was amazing to hear how genuine you actually are and going through your struggles and things like that, and how happy you are to put it out through there. And I think that's something I want to put through is, like you said, with people don't really know about my accent or who I am or what's going on, is trying to push that out there of being a bit more vulnerable to the world. And
So are you saying that you've listened to some of my podcasts?
Oh yeah, I've been straight on it, man. I've been straight on it. I absolutely loved it. I thought the voice is so good. I love the ukulele. And the first one I listened of you was the one where you're saying about this video could have gone viral, but you decided not to release the video, and then you were just reflecting on it.
Yeah,
amazing. Loved that about you, because it's so easy to just get something, go bang straight on, but the amount of reflection and time you've taken to look at that, you're a lovely man.
Oh, Dominic, that's so nice. I'm blushing right now. No, that's honestly, that's meant a lot to me that you listened, because like with podcasting as well, especially if you're not especially if you haven't got a presence online like yourself, like you don't get all the views and stuff, like it's hard to see if people are listening or not. So when my listeners message me and say that they've got something out of the episode, like it just means so much. So listeners, keep doing that, please.
Yeah, keep listening.
Yeah. well, I found you actually like a long time ago, like through my niece, actually, Haley Claudia Cullis. I give her a shout out, and she has actually got a question for you. I'll give you the question now. Hello, Haley. She said, "Is there something about nature that you love and that draws you in? Like what? Like
yeah, I think just the healing properties of nature, just being outside. And the fact that, okay, maybe you've got a worry and an issue and a problem that you're dealing with and you're inside, and it's about, like, for me, council tax. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. And then the minute you're outside, all these things are made up. Like, what? Do you know what I mean? What is the worst that's going to happen? Well, council tax, you go to prison, but it's... I just like the outside. You can go out there, look at a tree, and just be like, look how mental that is. Like, nothing really matters in this world, does it?
Oh, there we go. And she wants to go for a walk with you at some point. I won't say what kind of walk she wants to go with you on. There's more questions coming up. Don't worry. Right. So yeah. Well, Leah, like I found, she introduced me. I saw one of your reels, and I was like, just intrigued instantly, and then like occasionally the algorithm would serve it to me and it'll just make me smile. But actually of late, like I've been getting into my meditation, and what I do is when I wake up, I don't literally go straight from my phone to look at like my socials or messages. I have a meditation ready, and I go hit play, and I'll just sit there. And then it's funny because as soon as I finish my meditation, 9 times out of 10, if you've made a video, it's the first one that comes up. And I don't know if I should say this, but like, because it's kind of against the algorithms, because it actually makes me want to get the hell out of the door and go into nature and not look at my phone anymore. So you actually inspire me to like get off my phone, even though
so good.
You're making videos for me to look at on the phone, and the algorithm wants us to keep watching videos. So yeah, maybe we should keep that between us and everyone listening.
Oh, literally, if you wish to close the app, not even finish the video and get outside, ideal.
Then your job is done.
I'm done then. I won't make another video then if we're all outside. I think it's true, and you've got to share these things that are like do good things for yourself. And then if it does well for you, it's probably going to do well for someone else. And outside, I think every human can benefit from being outside more, because we spend way too much time inside, I think.
Yeah, we totally do. And like, I've actually like been through this whole like journey of like self-realization and that, creating my art and doing all my podcasting and being in the same room has just really kind of messed me up. And a couple of months ago, I decided to go outside, do a mural outside, and I was painting by the sea, and I was surfing, coming back still wet from the surf, coming back and painting the mural. And I made so many connections, like just by being out in nature, you know, like it just, and then I realized like how fucked up I was, you know, in like different social situations. And it's helped my social skills as well. After like finding your content, I would then wake up and see, after doing my meditation, I'd wake up and see your content on my phone, inspire me to get out. But also I would share it. And I don't know if you've seen, but I would call you the guru. And I was like, because what I can see in your content is like, you can see between the lines. There's like a profound moral behind it as well, which I think is amazing. Like, especially the cloud video. Oh my God. That was incredible. Like, I was like, yeah, okay. Slaag, the guru. It was like, that's a perfect message. And if people can see, like, people can read between the lines, I think you're helping a lot of people, you know, with just, even though like it is a comedy reel, you know, but there is a message, and I'm sure that's intentional, right?
Well, it's neither. I'm never gonna kind of go out with the intention to be like, or I'm going to spread this message about a cloud today. It just will not work. So I'll just be outside, and the best content for me comes in when I'm like 20 miles into a hike. I'm dehydrated. I've got no food left. Tesco's 20 million miles away, and I'm panicking. And then all of a sudden you look up, and then you think, well, the cloud one was, I couldn't even fathom what I was looking at when I saw that cloud. It was just incredible. But yeah, I think just within deep thought in yourself, you're gonna come out with these little messages, and I do feel like my videos are probably like a healing journey within myself anyway, and then just trying to spread that message as well. But I don't know where it comes from.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll put the audio in right now, a little snippet of the audio right now for the listeners to listen to.
Come across a really lovely cloud, and I was just looking at the cloud, enjoying the cloud, thinking that is beautiful. And then I thought, oh, imagine that cloud, maybe if it heard me say that, it might go, oh no, you should have seen me an hour ago, I was so big and I was so bloody clouded like. And I'll be like, hey, that's okay, I didn't see you then, but I see you now, and you are beautiful now. Look at you, very lovely. And then now it doesn't know that it's beautiful in the moment because it's too busy looking back in the past, thinking, oh, it's beautiful then. And then give it another hour, the cloud might be now different as well. It'll go, oh, you should have seen me an hour ago. Oh, it's so beautiful, I didn't even know it. And we go then in an hour, we go, but you're beautiful now. What are you, silly cloud? It's just different, and that's okay. And I'm just enjoying the lovely sunset provided.
Oh, how wasn't that amazing? Did you enjoy that, listeners, as much as we did?
I loved it as well, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Maybe I'll do a couple more actually over the course of this conversation. I think the listeners rather enjoyed that.
Yeah. Thank you for having a good time.
Right, so sorry to keep looking at my notes. I haven't got my glasses on now. I wanted to be more handsome rather than like wearing these things that look like
handsome with them too.
I look like a bit like a serial killer, I think.
And that's okay, as long as you don't act on it. It's all right.
Right, exactly. So how? I think I'm trying to remember how we connected. I think it was when you went to Nuki, right? And I sent you a couple of like suggestions, go to Whiskers for a pint of milk or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was. And then I clicked on your profile and I was just like, who is this man? He is doing things. I just love the vibe. As soon as I clicked on a profile, it's just like, yeah, this is literally what it is about, isn't it? Just going out there, you're helping people, you're creating art, but then you're helping other people create art. And that's all I really know at the moment. And then obviously you found out you got this podcast, and then I heard you got your YouTube. I have just subscribed to your YouTube as well.
Wait,
I just think you're doing good things, man. I think you're coming from a place of trying to help people, and that can only do good things, I think.
Listen to him, guys. Like I'm interviewing him, and he's bringing it all back to me. What a humble legend. But like with Nuki, like I think I said as well, like, would you mind coming on the podcast? I think on one of the comments, and you're like, yeah, sure. I'll talk to you for days. And it was like that. Yeah. In that moment, I knew that you were it was you. Like that, all that content was you, because we've been texting on WhatsApp, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I have shown my niece a couple of the texts. I'm like, he's exactly like he is on the videos. And she's like, oh my God, I love him. But yeah, so yeah, like, thank you so much for agreeing to come on, because like it is
thank you for having me on. I think that's mad you want me on.
Yeah. How is that like that feeling like right now of like finding some success with your art? Like, does it feel like a bit of like a dream at the moment?
It does in a sense, but in the sense of like, like with success and things, it's like I do always feel like it's never done, is it? It's never successful. It's never, because it's just looking at numbers, and I really try and like not look at the numbers, like, and I try not to like celebrate the milestones of being like, bloody hell, like I think Instagram hit 600,000, which is mental. Like, cannot even fathom that amount of people in a room, or well, you wouldn't even fit in a room. But it's I don't know, because I don't feel successful because I'm still like in the same bit of my life. Like nothing has changed in my life apart from sometimes I'll go Tesco and someone wants a picture of me, and I hope that I'm in a very good mood. Yeah. Like, I went to Tesco the other day, and I've been trying to cut out sugar and chocolate out of my life, and I was so shaky on the way to Tesco, and I'm just thinking like, please nobody know who I am and want a picture because I look rough.
So you're like you're in like a keto flu. And you were probably like feeling a bit low energy, and that's the last thing you want.
Such low energy. Like I'm definitely, I start getting shakes if I haven't had sugar or chocolate. And
push through though, because when you switch over to the fat burning, like you're gonna see this like rush of energy change. I don't know if it's already happened, but like I went on the whole I did the whole carnivore thing for a while, and it was just incredible. Like. Just the mind fog disappeared, and now I'm back on the sugar again, and I actually have just asked my AI assistant to write me out a meal plan alongside a workout, so it cuts out my sugar and keeps me accountable. Thank you, AI.
That is good. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to talk to you as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. All right, so where were we? Oh yeah, how was Newquay? I want to know about Newquay. What did you get up to?
Beautiful.
Because that's my
very
stomping ground.
Lovely. Oh yeah. I see. I'm not very good at places, but we went for a walk, and it was nice. I really like it because it feels like that whole area of England just feels 10 years behind. It just feels lost, and that is quite a nice place to be. Like, loved it. We just walk in. I didn't do any surfing there. I went surfing in like Norfolk not long ago.
I saw a video.
Think like. I wish I'd done that.
You were shredding.
Looking them, mate. It was mental. I can't even swim, and I don't like. They're telling me, just tell him you can swim. I'm like, all right, I can swim, and then I'm in the water like panicking.
Did you go out for a couple of beers anywhere? Do you remember any of the venues or?
I don't do drinking.
Oh, good.
Don't do whiskers. Yeah, don't do any drinking. It just does nothing for me, and it really blows my mind that people do drinking because I don't understand it. It's only like a social peer pressure thing. Like I've had beers and things like that. And then last month or so, I went to like an event, which I don't think I'll ever go to like an influencer event thing ever again, because that is not my scene, not my crowd, and want nothing to do with it. Thank you very much. But yeah, I found myself getting a beer and I'm drinking it, and I'm thinking, I'm literally doing this because everyone's doing it, and they
influenced you.
They influenced me, the board. What are they like? No, none of that.
Oh yeah, well, hats off to you. I actually asked the AI assistant to incorporate one night of the sauce on the sauce a week to account for carbs, and I think and what I can drink. But no, I do like a little party every now and then. But I've cut it down a lot. So that's
I just think like in the morning you just wake up, you think, I am rough as a dog, mate.
I know.
Think, well, now I can't go look at the sunrise. Now I'm not going to go out on a walk, and I'm not going to like enjoy the nature. Like, what have I missed out on today? Because you'll never know if you don't go outside what you might have discovered in yourself outside. You might have found a little creature like that. You've wiped that completely off the table if you go out and have a drink, I think. So yeah, I'm not even nearly tempted by it either.
Yeah. But then I do enjoy sometimes a little dirty hangover and laying in bed all day and having like snacks and watching movies. I'm not condoning this, guys.
Watch a movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm not condoning this. I'm going totally off.
No, everyone needs a release, though. You do need a release, and sometimes everyone has different brains and different bodies, don't they? And it affects people in different ways. But for me, I'd rather have an orange juice and lemonade all day.
Oh, good on you. There we go.
Yeah, man.
So you just have the sugar instead. There we go.
Yeah, which is probably just as bad.
Right. Okay. So, one thing I would like to know is, where did you get all of the wood for your decking?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Was this asked by Mole? Was this Mole? Yeah, I'm happy to go for this one. So this one was
it wasn't
back in the day. No, it's one of them.
I was told to ask you out of context. Just ask him. Yes. I did some digging, by the way.
Right. So yeah, back in the day, I'll build it up and then we'll go for it. But back in the day, I was working as a caretaker in a college, and not very much money at all. But it's just easy work. So that was like the things I was doing. And there was one of the mums to one of the lads was outside. And she's saying she needs this decking doing and whatnot. And do I know anyone that could do it? I said, yeah, you're looking at the man that could do you some decking. Never done decking in my life at all. I just was really skint. So I'm adding it all up through. I'm saying, yeah, this is fine. Like, this is how much it's going to cost. And it was so cheap. And I remember looking at it thinking, this is really cheap. Like, she's obviously going to go for this. So she went straight for it. I'm then fitting it. So I've ordered like most of the wood. I'm 2 days into the job then, and then I'm panicking and I'm thinking I ain't got enough wood at all. Like, so I start totaling it up and I'm about 500 quid short of the wood. So I'm like, oh no, nightmare. So I don't know if I can actually say where I got it from, but
how much short? How much short?
About 500 quid's worth of wood, and this was, I think it was like COVID times, so the price of wood went absolutely through the roof. So I was like, oh no. So luckily I was working in a place where wood was readily available. So I was like out there at like 3 a.m, just scuffling bits of wood out, hiding behind skips and things. Probably get arrested for this, to be fair. But I don't know if I can say. But yeah, and then I'm like 3 a.m, I'm sawing this bits of wood, and it's like in this big alleyway, so it's making a huge noise. I'm thinking I'm so getting arrested. Anyway, yeah, got all the wood. And I'm bringing it into her, and it was it's all internal wood that you shouldn't use outside. So I'm then like oiling it up to make it outside wood. I'm then bringing it into her house. And she's like, "Is this wood that you can use? It's all different shapes and sizes." In it goes, bang, 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 and that's where the wood came from. I was they let me borrow it, but it wasn't missed.
Did you do a good job of the decking though?
It was a beautiful job of the decking, yeah.
Really?
It was actually gorgeous. It really was lovely. But because all the bits of wood that aren't allowed in the decking are all under the decking.
Oh, right, okay.
And I did look on Google Earth the other day, and it is still there. So
oh, there we go. So, if the influencer thing doesn't carry out, you can become a carpenter.
Yeah, well, I did carpentry in college. I did do it in college,
right.
But again, I don't know why I did it. I wish I didn't do it because it's not what I wanted to do at all. I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah. Well, that was given to me by your friend Tom.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
And do you know what? The big TA, yeah. I thought all this time through your content that he was called the Big Tar. Like, like tar for that. Tar, mate. Like,
he's just so thankful.
The Big Tar. Tar, mate. So the whole time, until I watched that video of you on Rory Paints, I didn't realise it was TA. But
yes, his initials, bless him.
Tar for the story, Tom. Thank you.
Cheers, Tom.
Yeah. Right, shall we...
Cheers for getting me arrested, Tom.
Yeah. So yeah, it was Tom that gave me that story. And remember I said at the beginning, like, we just chat. Tell us the stories. You don't even have to tell me the story. You can tell me to fuck off if you want. But
more than happy to tell you the story. But if you want to keep it and send me to prison, then by all means.
All right. Okay. I'm just going to go for it. Switzerland. What trouble did you get into?
Yeah, right. Oh, gosh, here we go, mate. This will be up to your discretion whether you keep this in or not.
Well, I mean, like, it's up to you at the end of the day.
I don't mind this one. This one's a funny one. I'll tell this one. This one makes my day every day. So we'd always had like the idea from like when we were like 15, we were just like, as soon as we can drive, we're going to get our skateboards, chuck them in the van, and we're just going to go on a mad one around Europe. So about when we were turned 18 is like when we had like cars, and we were like, right, let's have it, boys. We're going to make this dream, because everyone was like, you're never gonna do it. It's like,
yeah,
oh, do you know what I mean? We're gonna get on the ferry and we're gonna go. So we've done it
on the wrong side of the road.
On the wrong side of the road. Mental. But the idea was to get to Liechtenstein because we like the film A Knight's Tale. We're just like, what a brilliant film. We're going to Liechtenstein. So we're on our way, and we're just like, we're going to bring some smokes with us. We're just like, we'll chuck them in the car, and then we did. So then we're absolutely fine the whole way down, and then in Switzerland we arrive, and I didn't know we were in. I didn't know we were in Switzerland. Yeah, I didn't know we were there, and then they pulled us out. And I don't know whether you want to keep this or not. We just like, they were like, you got anything? I was like, no, of course I haven't. And then they're like, right, okay, come with us then. And then they strip searched me and my two best mates. And then they're asking like, you got anything? No, we got nothing, mate. So then they just started like pulling the car to pieces, and eventually they found things. We were like, oh yeah, oh no, what we like. Oh dear. And then in the meantime, before that, they're pulling out like foot-long Rizzlers, they're pulling out like bongs and God knows, and we're like, still got nothing on us, mate. Yeah, it turned out we did. Then they charged us like 240 francs. And then they still let us in the country though. So it's like,
oh, that's all right. They were just letting you off. They're like lads. They're lads. They're all good.
Just a couple of boys, you know.
So you stood there like stark bollock naked while they were pulling stuff out of the car. Just that.
Dark. Well, not when they're pulling things out of the car. Like they then got us dressed and we're like, you can watch us pull things out of the car. But like you had to take off each bit of clothing had to come off one bit at a time. So we'd been skating for like 3 days on the way down there. We stink. And I'll wear like 2 pairs of socks when I skate. Tom will wear 3 pairs of socks. So we're like one bit of sock will come off, hums to high heaven. They'll then like search through it, and it was
well, serves them right, hey. Serves them right for being Jobsworths.
So it's learnt me lesson. Never doing that again.
Well, there we go. There was a Switzerland story which you didn't say on Rory Paints. I got the exclusive.
Yes, you got it exclusive.
All right. Well, I was going to do something next where, as you're a seasoned listener to my podcast, you know, halfway through, I sing "Happy Birthday" to a celebrity. And of recently, I've been singing "Happy Birthday," or the last episode I sang "Happy Birthday" to everyone's birthday who falls on the day of the podcast dropping. So that'll be Tuesday, July the 9th. Everybody listening now, you're in Tuesday, July the 9th, and it's some of your birthdays. So that's why I gave you a piece of paper, read out with some names. But unfortunately, Zoom sucks, and if I play my ukulele at the same time as singing, it cuts out. You can't hear it.
We'll go a cappella then, are we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could do actually.
I'm happy.
You happy?
Well, I'm all happy.
Well, let me think. Right. Okay. So the celebrity's birthday today, is an absolute legend, and he has been in many bogs. He's been on bogs on an island by himself, cast away. He's been on on the front line, saving Private Ryan in lots of bogs and trenches, I imagine there. And and today's celebrity birthday is Tom Hanks.
Oh wow! Hello, Tom Hanks. Your birthday, bogger.
Yeah, there we go.
It's gonna be like Bear Grylls.
What, Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah, that's what confused me.
Oh yeah, maybe I didn't mention that he's a movie star as well.
Yeah.
But all right, okay. Are you ready to sing "Happy Birthday" to Tom Hanks? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom
Hanks.
Happy
birthday
to you. That was terrible, but I loved it. Happy birthday, Tom Hanks. I hope you are well. Thank you very much for everything you have done Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's listening right now. He's loving it. Thank you for bogging on the islands and Saving Private Ryan and making that amazing movie Big. Remember Big? You remember Big? Big's a great movie. You know
I don't
Big?
think I've seen Big.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't think I
Big. You need to watch Big. It's basically before its time. It was before hipsters made The Office cool. He was like he basically wished on this. There was a kid that wishes to become big, you know, and then on the fairground like crystal ball kind of arcade machine, which turns out that it wasn't even plugged in, and then the next day he wakes up as an adult, and then he goes to the city. He has to run out of his house and gets a job at a toy company, and yeah, just you watch it. It's cool.
Yeah, I quite like this. The premise of it sounds good. I like that.
It's really good. But anyway, thank you very much, Tom. I hope you're well and hope your day is full of love, hugs, happiness, and cake. Right. Okay. So we have people's birthdays today. All right. So I'll tell you what. I'll sing happy birthday, and when I get to dear, you can then just list out the names in your own funny little way, your own boggy kind of way. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all of you. Happy birthday, dear.
Amethyst Thompson, Claire Palmer, Louise Holmes, Sam Sidgwick, Louise Cinder, McCaffrey, Caroline, Robert Smouchy, Ralph.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. I love I love how you pronounce the names. It was brilliant. I was actually the last one. The last one. It isn't even his birthday today, but it's Malachi Ralph.
Mouchy, what a lovely name,
Mouchy Ralph. He's gonna love that when he hears this. Ralph. It's his birthday.
Malachi, I do apologise.
That's all right. Well, it's his birthday tomorrow, you know. So I couldn't not add him in because Malachi is a legend. So there we go. Happy birthday, everybody. I hope you
Happy birthday, everybody.
Wow, there we go. That's the first time I've ever done that, you know. Well, that actually kind of leads me on nicely a little bit to talking about how we can beg people that are listening. So obviously, like, you have a cameo, don't you? Like, that is a kind of thing that you can offer to help support you as an artist. And yeah, actually, I have a cameo too, don't you know?
Hey!
I haven't done anything with it for ages. I basically a few years ago, I did a really weird thing where it wasn't weird, it was very nice actually. One day I was sat in my car and I was like, you know when you look on Facebook and it's like 10 people's birthdays and you're like, you probably know half of them, or you went to school, or you don't even remember any of that person. I was like, screw it, I'm just going to say happy birthday to every single one of these people and send them a little video. Yeah, and it actually dropped really well. People were blown away by getting this video.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Sometimes in moments, I actually caught people at their lowest point. But I started singing like one line of Happy Birthday. And then I sort of thought, wow, do you know what? I'll learn it on guitar. And I'd record the whole song, sing it to them, and then send it to them. And then I got like a starry jacket for New Year's, and I got a hat with like gold frills. And then I would just sing every day. And I did it for 2 years in a row.
Wow.
I think it came to like 9,000 birthdays. And not including the requests. I started getting requests as well. I got all sorts of magic happen from it. So like basically it was during the pandemic as well. So people were like messaging me that are like working for corporations and saying, we're having a Zoom chat about mental health. We'd love to get you on. And there's a few people's birthday. So I would get paid to do it. Yeah. A festival in Cornwall asked me to go on stage. I was supposed to be before Razorlight, but they never turned out that way. Never mind. But
I love Razorlight.
Yeah, I know, right? I would have been stoked to like warm them up, but it didn't work out. It's okay. I was a little bit further down the bill, but that was so epic, you know, like, and loads of really cool things happened. Like since doing that, like I realized there's so many little insights into my world, like what people are watching, and I've got people that subscribe to my Patreon from doing that. I had people, like commission me. So I think it's like really key, you know, you do something like you give a little bit of yourself every day. Like it's kind of magical, you know.
That is lovely in the sense that you've done that out of the kindness of your heart, and then you've managed to reap some benefits out of that, and it was never meant to be like that.
Yeah,
and you've just, all you wanted to do was wish him happy birthday, and then some things have come from that.
Yeah. Well, and then afterwards, after the 2 years, I decided to get on Cameo as well, and I was gonna, and I might revive it. I might start talking about it again, because if anyone does want me to do a Cameo birthday, I will gladly give half of the money to materials towards mental health projects. There we go.
Lovely.
Balls in your
Beautiful.
court.
Love that.
But if you want Mr. Jam Slaag to, what do you do? Tell them what you do. What you offer them. Cameo.
For Cameo, I will go out and I'll just go literally like I am in my videos, what you'll see, but it'll be like 7, 8, 9 minutes. I think the longest one I sent was like 13 minutes, and I don't even realise they're that long. And then I literally get it, and I'm like, oh no, I've taken up your whole birthday. I'm so sorry. And then
what did you do for 13 minutes?
Literally, I'll just be out talking, having a good time. Oh, look at this lovely gate provided. And then I'll talk to the trees, and then the tree might want to wish happy birthday. Sometimes they don't want to wish happy birthday.
Oh, that would have made their day.
Yeah, I love it, man. I really, really love it. And then, but when I complete them, it takes like an hour to send it through, because the video's so long. It's just like compressing. So I'm like, please hurry up. I've got 10 minutes left on this blooming one.
Right.
But I love it, man. I really love it. And it opens it up for me, and like, actually seeing people behind the numbers and people behind whatever it is going on, like, because they can send a video in as well of like explaining what they want in the video as well, or like whose birthday it might be. So to be able to actually see them is mental, because it's so hard to even like fathom. When you were saying like you're flicking through and a video of mine pops up, that's mental.
Right.
I couldn't even imagine that happening. So it's nice to see them and say happy birthday.
Well, it's funny as well, actually, just to go back on that as well, like so many people in Bali know you. Like a lot of my friends were like, dude, I know that guy. Like, it's crazy to think that someone on an island on the other side of the world knows who you are.
Like, bang, mate.
Doing a good job.
Blows my mind.
And if you want to keep him doing it, get on his Cameo, get his merch. There we go. So,
bless you. Yeah, I do. I like doing the ones where it's like, when I don't know if it's about, but I like doing the ones where it's like when they want to have like advice or something like that. So I do all them ones as well. And things like that.
And not feet. You don't do feet anymore.
Yeah. Oh my god. I did the first one. When they wanted feet pictures, mate. And then the request that they sent through after of like, we want really sweaty feet in the welly boots. I was like, I can't handle that. No.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get on to the listeners' questions submitted by Instagram followers, I would just like to remind you that this podcast and, well, now temporary YouTube channel is sponsored by you guys, the listeners, the watcherers. So if you can afford literally just £1 a month, that's all I'm asking. This will help pay my wage, as this podcast is my full-time job. And I rely on the income through Patreon to live and to produce this podcast for you. So if you think that 1 podcast a week, 4 podcasts a month, 52 podcasts a year is fair enough for £1 of your money once a month, then please consider joining my Patreon membership today on patreon.com/Graham Cullis. So that works out about 25p an episode. And also you get my digital products for free as well. So I currently upload my artwork. Some of the pictures that if you're watching on YouTube, you may have seen them flick past on that little carousel I made for you. But if you like my artwork and you want to get the digital files so you can then print it out and stick it in a frame and stick it on your wall. You might even want to use the digital files to use as wallpaper for your phone background or your desktop background. Whatever you want. So they are on my Patreon shop and they are entirely free for you guys if you join as a member. I also plan to put other digital products up that's in the making at the moment. So I also sometimes record guided meditations with my chocolatey voice and a nice musical background. So I'm thinking about putting a collection of those together and putting them up on my Patreon shop, which will also be free for people that join today. So head to patreon.com, patreon.com/Graham Cullis. Link will be in the description. Thank you very much, and let's get back on with the podcast.
And we're back. You've all been waiting for the questions. Thank you very much for listening to me beg, everybody, once again. And yes, please do sign up to the Patreon. Right.
Please do.
Yes, please do. I need it. Right. Okay. So questions. We've got questions from people, and yeah, I think like we've got some really good questions here. Firstly, from from Mummy Millie at Cullis. She said, "Would you like to walk in my allotment? Would you?"
I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to. Yeah, get me in the allotment.
Well, I live on the south coast, so like literally next to Eastbourne. So I'm sure we can figure it out when I come back for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm literally so close.
There we go.
Get me in.
All right, Mum. There we go. Your wishes come true. We're gonna get some great content of you and Mr. Jam Slaag in your allotment in the winter. All right.
Thank you for wanting to do that with me.
My mum is a legend. She would absolutely. I don't know. Someone needs to manage her and get her on TikTok and Instagram because it will just go
100%.
Right. Okay. So, my friend Sarah from New York.
Okay. Hello, Sarah.
Mook Independence. She said, "What is your favorite amphibian?" And I'm not sure what she means by this and why it might be me. I think
is she an amphibian?
Well, she kind of is. She lives on Rockaway Beach in New York, so she's on land and in the water quite often. So
an amphibian is something that lives in land and water, is it?
Yeah, like a frog or a newt or a salamander or a fire.
Can't handle frogs.
Oh no, not into them.
Nah, frogs make me jump, man. I can't. I literally panic attack.
Well, that's what frogs do.
Yeah, no thanks then. Not frogs.
All right, not frogs. Well, maybe she could be your favourite amphibian.
Yeah, Sarah's my favourite.
There we go. Oh, and she also wants to know what is your opinion about the ocean because she knows you're a big bog man, but would you like to see the ocean? And she did this like gesture, kind of hands up, like she wants you to come to New York and surf with her.
Oh, I'd love to come to New York. I'm like well scared of the ocean in the sense of like I don't like the idea of fish touching my feet. So it's like I need to be in like a big bubble orb and nothing touching me. When I went surfing in like Norfolk Way, the water was quite like you couldn't really see through it. It was quite murky, which was quite nice. But then my friend that I was with was like, "Oh, I've just stood on a blooming something or other fish." I was like,
weaver fish.
Don't even mention it. Yeah, don't want to hear about that. No thanks. And then I'm just like, don't want anything on me. Oh, I can't handle it. Can't handle it. So maybe on a boat.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, well, get him on a boat. Right, next question. Oh, right, okay, I've written danger here. This might be danger. Right, and her name is Myra Jane, which kind of sounds a little bit like Mary Jane.
It does, doesn't it? Hello, Myra Jane.
Well, I mean, like, this is like I said, like, you don't have to answer, anything can be edited out. And a lot of people will be wanting to ask this question. Are you high in all your videos? She's asking.
I get this question so much, and I think... I literally don't think any human can be high all the time. You literally can't do that. It's not. No, I've been sober now for like 2 weeks. That sounds like well done, numpty bollock. But I guess like in quite a few of them, I'm having a very lovely time and a very lovely day. But it doesn't annoy me, but it's like one of those things where people think like they think ketamine or they think acid and they think things like that, and I think literally who do you think I am? It's like, and I know that people don't know who I am and they just know me from the videos, and maybe it does look like that, but no, I do think as well, like has no one ever had a good time before? That's what I think as well. It's like, not always. I love a smoke. I do love a smoke, and I think it is very, very good. But everything in moderation is so key and important. And then the other thing I love, which again I'm happy for it to be put out, is I think mushrooms are the most beautiful thing on the planet Earth. I think it's incredible.
Well, that's what my niece asked, and she said can I go for a shroomy walk with you? Sorry, Haley. I know you said don't put that one in.
Sorry, Haley.
Well, do you know what? Like mushrooms, like psychedelics and
Yeah.
marijuana are being used for all kinds of great purposes now, and like it's legal in most countries. Or I think psychedelics has got a long way to come, but you know, there's a lot of studies and how like it can help and be beneficial. So yeah, I don't think we should have shame around it.
No, I don't think we should have any shame, and I think there is a huge stigma attached to it, especially with marijuana and probably with mushrooms. But I think it's like people don't understand it or how it can benefit you. But I do think, yeah, like mushrooms have the ability to pull you out of some really dark places and actually show you things to the forefront that you need to deal with, because you can't just shut away from things. And that is what it will just bring it to your front. Like, now deal with it, and then off you go.
So
it's amazing. But then, yeah, go on.
Yeah, well, I've never tried mushrooms, and I've only smoked a bit of weed. I've never done any drugs. I think I might have accidentally done something once when I was told to smell. I was told to smell something. I was in South Africa. Someone said smell this, and I was like, oh, that's all tingly. And then I think it was something else, and I didn't. I was very young and naive, and my heart was all going. I thought I was going to die.
We've all been young and naive, isn't it? All been there.
But literally, he said, smell this. I was like, oh, what's that? Yeah.
But yeah, thank you.
But yeah, like
I would never touch anything else. I would never do it. I done a smelly thing once, and I think that is so dangerous because how amazing I felt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in myself, and how confident I felt in myself. Is like I could do this every day and just be a millionaire is what I felt like I could be. But no.
I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of don't do anything like that, because like I just know that it can lead on to wanting more, and like I'm not into that. Thank you very much.
That's why mushrooms are beautiful, man, because you literally will not want to do it a few days in a row, man. No. You just one, and then like it's just amazing. Yeah, it puts your life into perspective again. You can go on for that for like another 6 weeks. You could probably never do it again. You'd be fine, but it's just nice. It's almost like a rebalance in your life, I feel.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested in going on the journey at some point. Just gonna have to be the right time, and I'm definitely, it's something I'm definitely warming up to the idea as I listen to more stuff about it. So
I think it's more like it's a lot of people's perceptions of it, and you'll hear a lot of people online saying, "Oh, bad trips, oh, you're gonna be there's no such thing as a bad trip. Whatever is in your mind is gonna come out, and then if you see that, it's just, you know what I mean? What is a bad trip? Because it's only your mind.
Yeah,
it's only in your head is what it is. So yeah, that can only be a good experience, I think.
Well, this also kind of like segues into like obviously you lost your job through basically the numpty bollocks is looking at your content and just not looking at it properly. Actually, do you know what I think? Because I think a lot of people here would know that this story anyway through Rory's paint, so we won't talk about it too much. But basically, I think losing your job was actually probably a pivotal part of your journey, which was actually good for you. Because like, can you tell me what it was you were doing as a job?
Yeah, I was. Well, this is why I kind of I understand why they didn't want me in that particular job. So I was working in a secondary school as a caretaker,
right?
And I'd done that for like a whole year, and then on like pretty much the year to the day of when I started working there, I left the office, and the kids are like, "Welly boot, man!" And I was
my gosh,
nightmare.
Yeah, jeepers, of course,
nightmare.
Yeah, right. Well,
so I had to tell the boss, and they got involved. Yeah, it was just like, I was annoyed because I was working for I wasn't working for the school. I was working for a separate company. So the fact that they could have just easily took me out and said, look, you can just mow the grass behind the hospital or something in this contract we've got, that's fine. But they just wanted to take me down. They just wanted me to not have a job. So they were just trying to get me on anything. So eventually they went for a drug test because they said I look like I'm on something. And then it's funny because the only thing they found me that I was on, I found marijuana was in my system, which I guarantee that isn't what they were accusing me of being on.
Exactly.
So
yeah, exactly.
It's annoying, and it feels like it's a good thing because I've been able to put a lot more focus into the videos.
Right.
But I'm panicking at the minute. Like, in the sense of, I needed that job because we've got to
Yeah.
pay rent, we've got to pay these things. And I know people see like my followers, they see like 600,000 or 1 million all in total, and they think, oh bloody hell, he must be sorted. I ain't sorted. No,
Don't worry
I've
though.
just handed,
You've totally got this, because like this,
so.
I know so. Like basically, like
bless you.
this is basically, like you said, it's going to kick you up the arse to actually leverage what you've got here. And would you rather be creating art that's inspiring people or sweeping up after people? You know?
Oh, I'd rather be doing both, to be honest. Just because it's, like at the minute, the situation I'm in at the moment, I've just handed because I could afford the rent for another month, but then it's after that, it's anybody's guess. So it's panic stations. And I don't want to, I've already been in the panic station before in my life of not being able to afford rent, getting into payday loan situations. So I've handed my notice in for my flat, and my plan is I've got a little Mazda MX-5. I'm going to live in that for a few months.
Yes, I know you were talking about OnlyFans with Rory, but there is an OnlyFans for artists as well, which is patreon.com. Okay. So I want you to, after you've had this conversation, I want you to set that up immediately, and I want you to make a story about it, because honestly, like, it saved me. Although I don't earn a lot from it, and I was earning a lot more during the pandemic when the war happened with Russia, Ukraine. Like the rising living costs went up, and then a lot of people left because they couldn't afford it. But it stayed at a level playing field for me, and it's actually it's kept the wolf from the door. So honestly, I think you've got enough people behind you to ask for that.
I panic on that situation because I don't like. I don't know. Because I think it's because I've been skint my entire life. I don't like putting things out there for them people to like give, like, and I would want to give back so much more. So that's why I try and like sell the art, try and do things like that. I don't know.
Well,
I'll get through.
After the conversation, if you've still got a bit more time, I would love to like sort of like kind of give you like a mentorish session about doing it, because honestly,
bless you, man,
it will save you. Like, it will help you. And anyone listening, once he has set up patreon.com/jam Slaag with 2 A's, go there right now and support this legend so he can help him inspire even more people. And I've had a million ideas for what you can do. And actually, let's carry on with the questions, shall we? Because there's more of that good shit's going to come out. Right, okay. So Ryan Fayer's Photography asked, how did you get into skating?
That's a good one. I like that.
That's nice. So, a nice question. Thank you, Ryan.
That is a good question. I'll say, well, back in the day of like Tony Hawk's on the PlayStation, and like I was so good at it, and I would happily put myself in like top 5 players of Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I was mental at it. So like from that, always kind of been interested in skateboarding. I had a friend that used to live in Canada, and he come over and he had a skateboard, and like would watch his videos, and it would be like, how on earth does the skateboard go up and stay with your feet? Like, I couldn't even
centrifugal force.
That. Yeah, mental. Like, how does that work? So just having a go on that and thinking like, oh, this is brilliant. And then I got a skateboard from like Argos back in the day, which if you're buying a skateboard, don't buy it from Argos.
Like the dude boards, the ones that have got like a round nose and a kick tail.
Goes round up.
Yeah.
Got handles on the side. It weighs a ton. And we would, like, me and the boys would just go down to like the local like football cage, and we'd just kick footballs at each other while on the skateboard and just see if you can knock them off, kind of thing. And then like the more you're on it, as you do, the more you're on it, the more you kind of get comfortable being on it, and then you just start learning. And the minute you learn something on a skateboard, as simple as the ollie, or as simple as turning a corner, or now you can balance and go down the hill quick, it's so addictive in the sense of like, oh, that feels so good. Let's get another thing and another thing. So I think I was like 14, 15 when I first started. So I'm now 28. So I've been skating way too long to be as rubbish as I am, but it is good fun. And it's good for your mental health, massively good for your mental health.
Oh, there we go. I had my skateboarding journey at a similar age, and then when I got to 18, I dislocated my shoulder, and that ended it. But it is so addictive. It was such a great sport, and yeah, you and Tom shred. It's pretty cool.
Tom is so good.
Yeah, he's got good style.
Tom is nuts, mate. And Tom's been skating like half the time of what I've been skating. He started off BMXing, and then no one was BMXing in our friendship group. We were all just skateboarding, and then he eventually got a skateboard. And it was at the time like, what's the point? Stay BMXing, mate. You're never going to get to the point of skateboarding like that we're all at the moment. And then he's just absolutely flown past us, mate.
Oh.
it's
one of those people.
You just think, what am I doing?
Oh, fair play though, fair play. That's so good. Cool. This one, a couple came in like last minute as well. So this one is Doog MC Doog. Do you know Doog MC Doog?
Dugan, Max Dugan, is this Max? Is this my mate Max?
He's like, where did he get his rollie from?
Oh, I think that's Stormzy lyrics, I think.
Oh, yeah?
I don't have a Rolex. Yeah, no.
Oh, right, yeah. Rolex.
No idea.
Rolex. Okay. All right, okay. Fair enough. There we go. We'll quickfire a few of these. So, SGE _ says, where is the best place for walks in the New Forest, Hampshire?
Okay, yeah. Best place for walks, New Forest. Pretty much anywhere. it's like I get the train to like Brockenhurst, and then I would just go on a mad walk and just end up somewhere. And I'm not very good at names or places of where they are, but if you walk even like 5 minutes in the New Forest, you are somewhere lovely, and it's beautiful. If you're anywhere with donkeys, love it.
Amazing. There we go. There it is. Okay, so GG. This is another last minute. GG _ Marie 89 _ says, did she reply? I need to know.
Yeah, so all right. Basically, no. No. So yeah, this is off the video where I said this. I'm trying to be like more kind of just vulnerable and showing who I am as a person. And then yeah, this is like I asked the lady if she wanted to go on a date with me, which I would never usually do, and I haven't done. Like,
don't let it knock your confidence, though.
There you go. You don't let it knock you down. But no, she never replied. But it's gonna be okay.
Do you reckon she saw the video?
Oh, I know for a fact she saw the video. Yeah. I'll say she liked the video. So I know for a fact she saw it.
She's listening to this podcast as well. You don't know what you just missed
Hey,
out
that's okay. Yeah.
Well, you know.
It's nice in the sense. Yeah, it's nice to just to get it. And I was just in that video, I was just trying to get across, like, even if you get a no, like it was all still an exciting experience in the sense of like, I'm stoked that I even managed to even build the confidence up to message her, and then to just go about it and get a no and be like, it's nice to, because otherwise I would have just sat with that and just fancied her forever, and it would have been like, oh, what if I messaged her? I might have been able to do this. So it's nice to just bang, get it out there and say, okay, then she's not interested in the bog.
Closure, move on. No bogging.
Bit of closure. Yeah. But if you do still want to go bogging, I'm still available.
Oh, there we go. That's so nice of you. There we go. Right. So, Maced _ CXCIII. Some people have bonkers Instagram names, don't they? Like, what is the scariest? What happened during your scariest dream or nightmare?
Oh gosh. Oh wow. Yeah. So I used to suffer awfully with. I'm so intense with my dreams. Like, they are so real. Back in the day when I was really young, from like 7, 8 onwards till about like 13, maybe a bit younger than that, I'd wake up, not even know I'm awake. And I'd be like crying, I'd be like scratching at my chest, and I'd wake up and like have no memory of that happening, but just have like all these cuts on myself, and then people would be telling me like, you were well weird last night, mate. Like, what is going on?
Sounds like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's nuts. But even to this day, I'm like, I'll be talking in my sleep. I'll be like crying in my sleep. I'll be laughing in my sleep. I'll be just being a weirdo in my sleep. It's always been intense. But like, back in the day, I remember of like the one that would like send me over the edge. Like I'd only have this bit of memory of the dream. There's like a load of hills, and there'd be like a fox that would appear in these hills, and it would just kind of get closer and closer and closer, which has no like, it doesn't sound scary or anything, but it's just more the feeling of that dream and like in your head what it was like. It
sounds like Mr.
nuts,
Wolf,
man.
you know, the game you play, Mr. Wolf.
Yes.
Like, or you like turn around and you're counting 1, 2, you turn around and all your mates are close.
Oh gosh, but yeah, all my dreams are intense, and I'd rather, if I could have the chance to not dream, I would definitely pick not dreaming.
Okay, fair enough. Right, okay. Kick _ flip, and I think it looks like his name's Philip, but it's PHLIPP. That's a clever name.
Yeah, I like, very clever.
I would like to know what his favourite biscuit is.
Good question. I've got so many favourite biscuits, and they all involve chocolate.
You can only choose one.
Yeah, I'd go the bourbon. I think.
Good choice. Yeah. Oh, we don't get those out here in Bali. We only get Oreos, which is the closest thing.
Oh, yes, it's not the same because you ain't got the chocolate middle. You've only got the cream middle.
I know. Well, actually, no. There's all kinds of varieties of Oreos over here. Actually, they have chocolate middle ones as well.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and strawberry cream ones. Yeah.
I'm interested in Bali all of a sudden.
Yeah. There we go. And the weirdest one is the orange cream one. That was a bit strange. That was too much.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that.
Right. I think I've forgotten one. Sorry, whoever that is. If you haven't had your question read out, I'm so sorry. So Leroy Max _ says, you get this one all the time. Oh yeah, I know why. It's because they asked the same one. And the Mother Milker 117. What is the boggiest bog you've ever bogged in?
Literally all the time.
Yeah.
And I'll say I need a Premier League table to be able to score these bogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, the boggiest bog, years ago, before even like filming or anything like that, I love deers.
I feel like it was the one the other day that you were stuck in, like for ages.
Oh, gosh, that was nuts. That was nuts. And I get a lot of people saying, like, what are you doing there? Why didn't you just take the path? And I think I was literally on a path a minute ago. Like, it was never the plan to go in that bog. I just wanted to see the tree or go to the tree close up. And then you start taking steps and you think, and then you look around, you think, what have I done? Where have I come from? And how did I get here? But yeah, I'm never bogging on purpose. It just happens by accident. Like trying to find.
I'm going to chuck in a little audio of that one in right now.
World isn't solid, which it was, but it's not. And now, anywhere I move, S wants to take me under. Oh, hey up. You've swallowed me foot. Oh, I'm panicking. I've got it socked. I'm having good fun now. I'm soaked. Somebody help me. I smell a poo. I don't want to be the poo man. My old leg's gone in another slurp. Oh, I feel so silly. I'm in the big bad bog. Oh, no. Panicking. How have I got here? Not safe. How is anything alive here? What's been happening? No. Okay. Rightio. Oh, no. Please, ground, be solidified. Oh, no. My croc. Oh, no. I'm going to need that back. Oh, no, my other croc. I'm going to need that back. Bog can't get me this time. I'm a strong young man. What is going on? The world's trying to eat me up. Thank you for wanting to do that, but respectfully, no. Okay. Am I out? Oh, no, it's got worse. Can't go through there. Okay. Oh, sugar. Oh, no. Sorry to the natural environment. Oh, crikey. Thank you for being a tree. You can just guzzle up all this water around you. That has ruined me. I think I'm safe. I'm by a Christmas tree. It's got to be safe. I'll see you in the morning. Shabba-dabba-doo.
All right, okay. So the moral that I saw with that one is that all year when things try to get you down, don't worry because Christmas is coming.
Yeah. I love that was so funny to be like there's the Christmas tree.
But I'll be all right.
You're not going to find a Christmas tree somewhere dangerous, are you? No.
Hi_white. Have you gone bogging in the middle of the Shropshire Valley?
I don't even know where Shropshire is, but I might have done.
I think it's where
No
Shrewsbury is. Shrewsbury's in Shropshire. Shropshire, I can't even say
idea.
it.
I'm really awful at places and where I've been. My friend Tom usually takes me to these places, and I just turn up and I go, "Thanks for taking me here, mate." I appreciate you.
Didn't get a postcard.
No.
Right, my mate T Tunza, who helped me do the sound check for this Zoom call. So he's an Australian, crass humour here coming up. Can you take me bogging in the UK? I suppose the answer's yes, I guess so.
See you in the morning.
Yeah. And have you ever climaxed in a bog?
Not quite. No.
There we go.
Been a bit, touch and go at times. But...
I did tell him I'd ask it, you know. Sorry about that, everybody, listeners. Right, Dan Cliff 87. How long are his walks?
Yeah, all day. So like people will want to come on walks with me, and I do get the question a lot. Oh, can I come on a walk with you? Can I come on a walk with you? And I'm not sure they understand what going on a walk is like, because it's not just round the corner, come home, and or wasn't that a lovely walk? Because I think that's boring. I can't do a 10-minute walk. I need to be out. Like, that's why summer's amazing, because I can be out for literally like 12, 13, 14 hours just absolutely seshing the walk, mate. And that is when the content comes, is right at the end of like just being shattered, and just that's when you lose all the ability to just like put up a front or whatever. It's just you then in this
right.
you are.
I can kind of see that.
On.
I can see that. You're knackered. You're like, you can barely hold your phone up.
Yeah. And I think, here we go. But yeah, I get it all the time from my friends, and they all want to come out on walks, and I'll go out on walks with them because I think it's nice, and I probably should go out on walks with them. But yeah, during it, I'm thinking, no, this ain't a walk.
And they're probably looking at you going, go on, say something funny. Come on. And they're oh, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, because we've been out here 10 minutes, mate. You know what I mean? Let's go on a proper walk. But if someone was to come on a proper walk with me, I think they'd hate it. They'd honestly hate it. And then it kind of just like, when I'm on a walk with someone, I kind of feel the pressure of the sense of like trying to help them on the walk. And are they enjoying the walk? Are their legs hurting? Are their feet wet? Are they not happy now? So I would happily go on walks with people, but I would be impressed if someone had a good time.
Okay, I've got a what's it called? A place for you to check out in Cornwall. Yeah. If you, I think it's Cornwall or Devon. I'm not sure. Have you heard of Have you heard of Cheese Ring? The Cheese Ring?
No, I haven't heard of the Cheese Ring.
I was doing a like outdoor activities instructing course, and the Cheese Ring is an incredible boggy marsh. And like we did a thing called a bog run, where literally I remember years ago, you just run through the bog as fast as you can. Everyone's like racing across it, and you're just diving through, and it was amazing. And then at the end of it, you do this whole like bog run, and then you end up at this quarry, which is do you remember the band Travis? Why does it always rain on me? Did you seen the music video?
I've not to my head. Not to my head.
Well, you're going to be Googling this afterwards. He jumps off this quarry. So you do this bog run, you're covered in mud, then you jump off this quarry into this massive, like huge cliff jump into the water. And it's like, it's epic. I recommend your bogging bits needs to be a wetsuit if you're doing that.
I have just bought a wetsuit. I've just got one. So I'm ready for it. That sounds brilliant. Yeah, I love it. Love getting bogged down. And then everyone's like, you just got to get in that bog and literally just get as boggy as possible. That is the worst thing, is like starting it off and you're like all covered in mud. But once you're covered in mud, it's like, this feels bloody brilliant, mate. I love it.
And you know what? Like, I totally get your waterproof socks, because I bought a pair years ago as well. They're amazing. And everyone was so jealous. They didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my shoes are failing a bit, but my socks are waterproof.
Yeah,
I loved it.
and your feet are dry.
Yeah, it was my favourite bit of kit. It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably my best purchase of the world so far, because you could like wearing welly boots is like that's winter, and then if you start wearing them in the summer, you are just so hot, and you can't really go miles in them. As soon as you've got the waterproof socks on, like every pair of boots or shoes becomes a welly boot.
Exactly. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I'm so glad that we had that moment about the waterproof socks. Because I did feel that when I saw you getting them, I was like, yeah, I know exactly how he feels. That was my favorite. That was my favorite bit of outdoor kit, without a doubt. Oh, right. Okay. So this kind of leads me on to the last question, where it's the last question by Elaine High Chossum. No, Elaine High was Chossum. So the last question by Elaine High was Chossum. Have you ever thought, because like we kind of touched on this now, and you said like you're not really keen on taking people for walks, but have you ever thought of opening a boggy tourist attraction where you could have gates to go through, bridges to cross, fallen trees to be a squirrel, and lots of bogs to squelch in? I'm 64 and I would go. It sounds like there's a market. Sounds like a market there.
I think there is definitely a market there. I would love to, basically, is the short answer. The long answer would just be like whether I would need my own bit of land, or like what's the kind of like thing with it of then leading like 10-20 people through a natural environment. Then are we destroying the natural environment? Are we then, I don't know, and then I'm responsible for these people. And if it goes, because everyone, I don't.
Well, do you know what? With those questions, all you're going to do is find out what the answers are, and then you're on. Then you're doing it.
Yeah.
So write all those questions down, because you can get answers to every single one of those, and then you can find a solution. And then I reckon like you could it wouldn't have to be a hectic long walk, but I believe that she's got a point there. Like you could reach out and say, right, we're gonna have a meetup. And literally it's gonna cost you this much money for me to lead this with you. Yeah, I think there's something in that, you know.
I'd love to. I would really love to do it. But I'm an overthinker and I'm a panicker. And I think I don't know what I'm doing. I literally don't know what I'm doing.
You and the big tar. You and the big tar.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you've got like a partner in action, you know, like it doesn't have to just be you by yourself, you know. Like I think you could easily like run a few kind of meet up retreats, like where you just go, let's go for a picnic and step in some puddles.
Yeah,
people would love it.
I would love to. I hate being responsible. I really hate responsibility. I can't handle it. I hate being responsible. I really do.
Yeah, because things can go wrong.
And then it's all on me. And great.
Well,
I'm in the newspaper.
Well, then that's what waivers are for. You know, that's why you answer the question, you find out why and what you can and can't do, what costs what, and then you just do it. You go for it.
Yeah. But, I think one day it will lead up to it. This has all happened quite pretty quick, I think. Like with the Instagram especially, like I've been grinding on TikTok for like the last 2-3 years, but only like been posting on Instagram for the last few months or so. But only because I was almost frightened to post on Instagram, just because you go through like people's videos and you look at their comments and things, and it's so savage on there. Like, some people are awful. So it was I've uploaded just because people were stealing my content and getting crazy views. I was like, well, this is ridiculous. So started uploading it, and everyone has been lovely. Well, not everyone. There's been a few. But, it's been
what's the worst one that you've got, like as in someone's like just not got it?
Just a lot of people just thinking like people just saying like, I hate your character. And I think, well, all right, slow down, mate.
Wow.
Or just not understanding but people just never had a good fun in themselves, or never been able to kind of like let go of themselves, let their hair down as such. And I think, yeah, people just not understanding. But I think if you are offended by something, then there's definitely truth to that. So I'm not like offended. I'm almost like upset. Like, how did you not like? How can you not see like the bigger picture? Like, I'm trying to like show them, but like people, you can't show people what you want them to see. They can only see what they actually want to see.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're going to listen to this and then they'll have their minds changed.
Yeah. I doubt it, mate.
Well, you know, like those people as well. One thing I like to look at when you're getting shit from people or you're having a bit of problem, like or if someone's got beef, you know, I just the thing that I was told by my art mentor was one of the most powerful things when I was going through some kind of trolling that happened was just to switch it on its head and have empathy for them and just see that person's hurting as well and just sort of forgive them and just hold compassion for them, which is it's a hard thing to do, but it's way more powerful. And
I agree. Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people are just like reflecting their inner selves in the comment section sometimes when it is like that. It is mad though, of like when I do see people with like a lot of negative comments on their posts and they carry on, like how strong they must be to get all this hate, because it like for all like the thousands of really lovely comments, it genuinely does take one to make you stop and think like, oh my gosh, maybe I am a numpty, maybe I am like the worst person on the earth. And it's crikey.
Yeah.
So yeah,
2 second moment.
Keep going.
2 second moment can last a lifetime. You know,
huge.
Got to be careful.
So
like, this is where I come on after the questions. This is where I'm going to wrap it up. But like, I've kind of like talked about what you could do to monetize yourself, and like I know you're very business smart. Like when I watched that you talk about, because I don't really know much about the world of TikTok and all these battles. That's like, I actually learned a bit when I listened to your talk.
Battles.
Yeah, but you got some insights there where you were like, chuck some money in the pot and do it between us and get ourselves to the top. Like people,
that's all they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but I mean, it just shows that you are business minded, and like there's always a way to like, I don't know, not cheat the system, I guess, but what it is.
It's the way it is, but I don't think I would ever go that route because I'm not a dosser. And I think 99% of TikTokers or people that would class themselves as a TikToker and they're doing battles, dossers, absolute dossers. Like I wouldn't want to even nearly be in that category of them doing a battle. And then this is why I try and do the TikTok lives, and I'll like accept their invitation to like talk to each other, and I'll never accept the battle from them because it's all you're doing is begging. Let's have a conversation for 5 minutes. Oh, you don't actually want to do that. You only want to have a conversation when you're getting paid to have a conversation. Yeah. So yeah, I really hate that part of TikTok.
Explain to the listeners quickly what that all is, just so that, because I know a lot of people that listen to our podcast will have no idea. But
absolutely. So a TikTok battle is just basically you'll just be on live to your followers. An invitation will come up on the bottom. It will say, do you want to go live with this person? And it will be like this situation, like a split screen. You're talking to someone else on their live and you're on your live to them. And then they'll invite you to a battle, which would be a 5-minute timer. And it would just basically be who can get sent the most amount of gifts through TikTok, which is basically money.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins that, you just get a score next to your point saying 1-0 or something like that. But yeah, these people will not have a conversation with you unless money is involved, which I think is disgusting in the sense of like, I think the gifting part is brilliant about TikTok in the sense like, I know a lot of people's love language is like gift giving, and like sometimes I'm guilty of it. Of like, I just want to like show love to them, give them this, that would be amazing. Because they're doing something that deserves it. So do something that deserves it, not just chat nonsense for God knows how long. But TikTok's so toxic in the sense it's just drama is the only way to get views, it seems, on TikTok. Anyway.
That's a bit like Twitter as well, isn't it? Like that's how that's fed you. It's fed off negativity. You say something, everyone has an argument, and then the algorithm just laps it up.
Picks it up. Yeah, love it.
But then, okay, so this is something I've got a gift for you.
No
All right.
way. What the
Yeah, I actually today I made something for you.
What?
But you don't. And honestly, this doesn't have to carry on the edit either. Like, and you don't have to use it. It can be deleted straight away. But it was to do with when Rory said like, "Oh, you got a little cult," you know, like,
Yeah.
is there like, I mean, like, so you've got like a loyal like fan base. But I searched so I had a little look on Facebook where Facebook groups are amazing. Okay, like things like this, and I had a look. I was like, Jam Slaag Facebook fan page, and there wasn't any. So
No.
I made one.
No.
I made one, and I'll send it to you, and I can make you admin as well if you want. But like, it's called. It says Bello. It's the Jam Slaag Bogging Boggers official fan page. I thought, like, just if you look outside and the bigger picture on that, where you have all these people that can come in, talk about, and I said in the description as well, it's like, this is for the Bogging Boggers that love Jam Slaag's videos and want to like, and love nature and love getting outdoors, and it's for you to share your videos of you being out in nature. So
that's beautiful.
So I made that because I thought that could be quite beneficial to you when if you were to build that, you know, like this little army of bogging boggers. I called it the bogging boggers. Yeah. You can change the name if you want.
I love that.
The bogging boggers. Right?
Absolutely.
So you like it? Okay, well, so I guess we can talk about it on the podcast, because if you do want to join that group, go there now and then just be part of the community. Because it's not just about Dominic, it's about everyone getting out in nature. So go and join that community. I'm sure that you might interact every now and then.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be on there. I'll be straight in there. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Well, I'll make you administrator as well. So, but and then I feel like, you know, if you have got like an idea to do a meetup where you go and have like a little retreat, come and buy a day's bogging, and I'll go on a picnic for you or something. You know, like, or your merch or your Patreon, which is patreon.com/Jam Slaag.
If we do. I'm like,
well, if he does, it'll be, the link will be in the description. All right. And if he hasn't, he might do it next week.
Bello. Graham from the future here. Yes, Dominic does now have a Patreon, so go to www.patreon.com/Jam Slaag. That's JAMSLAAG. And from supporting him on here, together we can save him from having to move into his car.
I'm panicking basically.
But yeah, all right. Well,
I love that, man. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'll send it to you. I've just put a couple of pictures, you know, the ones I put on the story, like I cut out. But yeah, it's funny. Like, but you never know. See what happens. You can just like promote it on your stories, put a link to it.
That's so good. I love that. That's a place for them to kind of put their videos and things like that. I love it.
Exactly.
Love it.
They could like share their favorite videos of yours, and like I just think like, because I feel like it's really important to build like look after your fan base, even though like, I don't have a massive fan base, but I have got people that support me on my Patreon that are I've got a community Facebook group as well, and we all help each other within that group, and it's really nice. But I feel like it would only benefit you moving forward with your content. So yeah, but like,
power in the people.
Yeah, exactly. Get them all bogging together. You know, it'd be so nice to see them like, oh, we met up. Like, oh, look, the bogging boggers of Shropshire Valley are coming down for a bog meet up in Cheese Ring to do the jump off the cliff.
I do love that. Yeah. And I do think, like, when I do go to these places and I do like, I and ah about, do I put a message out that I'm here and try and meet people? But yeah, I think like in my world, I'm so like, before all this, I'm so unsociable and I don't really speak to anyone. I just do my own thing.
Yeah, well,
nuts to,
I mean, I think best to just keep it how you're doing it. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know, just keep going the way you're doing it. And like, if it comes up in the future that you can add something that you do want to meet people and intentionally, then happy days. I'll come along.
I would love to. Yeah, get yourself involved.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
sure.
So, yeah, I'm just working on my own kind of confidence with people and talking to people, and it's been a wild ride. That's what it's been.
All right, the last thing I want to ask you about as well, because I saw that you have recently collaborated with this app called Couth.
Yeah.
So talk to us about that, because obviously this podcast is very mental health centered, and I had a look at the app myself, and I wanted to sign up for it so I could see about it, but it's actually not for my age group.
It's not for your age.
Yeah, so I'd love to.
Or mine.
Right, okay. I was like, it cut off at this. I'm like, okay. But so I couldn't actually see what was going. Then I considered like making it younger, but then I was like, no, I can't do that. But I just was really curious to see what it's all about. But I guess you could tell us what that's about and what's available.
Absolutely, it's brilliant. So it is basically a mental health kind of like app or whatever it is for young people. It's free, it's run by the NHS, and you can just get any kind of like advice or whatever you need. If you need to speak to someone about something anonymously, you can just kind of put it in there and you'll get kind of like a response and things
incredible.
like that.
That's
amazing.
It's
lovely.
Do you know what?
And it is for young people. Mm-hmm.
That is so good. Like I remember a while ago when I started doing this, like talking about my mental health and art, I had an idea for something similar called the Angels Forum, and like like it never happened, but like I started doing things in different ways, but that's incredible. It's such a good idea. So what are the age groups?
It's so lovely in a sense. I believe it's from 14, don't quote me on that, up to the age of 24, I think it is. I could be completely wrong on that. Go have a look.
Yeah.
But I loved the fact that it was, it's an anonymous thing for young people, because I've been in that situation before and I haven't spoken, because it's like, I don't want my name attached to these problems, or then people to think of me as you're this kind of person. So it's just something you can kind of like detach yourself from. And it's even nice, like, I think this is a Kanye West lyric, and it's just say it out loud, see how it feels. And I think that's so nice, because just because you've said it out loud, that doesn't mean that's the truth or that's who you are or what you've become. But you can say it out loud to them, and it's like, okay, even without the response, you've said it out loud, which is so nice to just put something down to someone, which is nice with your podcast in a sense, like you're saying you're using it as like a therapy kind of thing for yourself, or a journal thing for yourself. It's nice to just put those things out there.
Of course.
And a lot of people, especially young people, won't tell people their problems, or they won't. And for me, I wouldn't want to burden someone with my problems. So this is just like a safe space that you can use to burden someone with your problems.
And they will happily burden themselves with that.
Absolutely.
Problem.
Yeah, they will happily do it. But at the moment, they're doing a thing where if you go somewhere good, so it's just like getting people outside, showing where you are, # go somewhere good, and you can win prizes. So it's 50 days. They're going to give a prize away every day for you guys going outside and getting somewhere good. So, but even just going outside and going somewhere good, that is going to help you tenfold if you are struggling.
Brilliant. Well, I'll chuck every single link that we talked about into the description, and so anyone that's interested in using that service and you're that age group, then please, that's an amazing thing to do. And Mr. Jam Slaag, aka Dominic Bourne, it's been amazing to get to know you and have a conversation with you. And thank you so much for the opportunity as well. Like, my ambition this year is to get my podcast listening up and reach more people. So if any of you people here today that are coming over from his fan base, please don't come back next week, because I would love for you to have a listen, or have a little listen to a few before as well.
Absolutely, please do go follow Graham, give him a like, comment and subscribe.
And I'm going to stick this one on YouTube as well. I haven't done my YouTube for ages, so I will make a YouTube version of this.
That's what I was going to ask you, is why haven't you done YouTube? What's been going on?
There's so much to do, like it's so much, like I haven't got the time in the day to like add another thing to it. But I kind of said to myself, if I ever get a high profile guest like Dominic Bourne, then I would make an effort to then put that up, because eventually, you know, like my ambition is for this podcast to grow, so eventually I'll have more people subscribe to the Patreon, which gives me more time and space and gives me more money to put into the marketing, and then possibly get a team to have a crew of filmers to help me do the editing and shoot the videos and whatnot. So yeah, that's the dream that I'm manifesting. It's gonna happen.
It will, man. Manifestation's important. Thank you for thinking I'm high profile.
You are a high profile catch. Thank you so much. And yeah, man. So well, thank you very much again. And yeah, I guess we'll end this recording and go on our merry ways. And are you off to any bogs today?
I might go bogging today. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I never have a plan with any of my days. And if I do plan a day, it probably won't end up doing it. So I'll just take it by ear. Do I want to go on a walk? Oh, here I go. Kind of thing.
We'll see. Yeah. All right, legend. Well, thank you very much. And
thank you.
I guess I'll see you in the Christmas for Mum's
See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, please do. Yeah. Get me in the allotment.
You might think that this is the end of the interview with Slaag, but you're wrong. There's more. So me and Dominic were having a little chat after we finished the interview, and it was still recording. And that's something I tend to do as I leave it recording, because you never know what you get at the end of an interview. You always get some good gold. And earlier on in the interview, you may have heard him say that someone's stolen his identity and is profiting off his videos. So this next little bit is a call to action. So we've set up a Facebook fan group called Slaag Bogging Boggers official fan page. And that's Boggers with a Z, because all of you fans are boggers. And you might be a member of a Facebook page for Slaag, and it currently has 37,000 followers on it. And this is a fake account, which the admins are stealing his videos and uploading them and making money through Facebook. So the call to actions here are, if you have already followed that page, please report the page and unfollow it. And if you aren't following it, find it and report it, and also leave a bad review. And also check the description, because I'll put links to stuff that you need to take action on, like following and unfollowing and reporting, because we want to get this one offline. And he has an official Facebook page as well, which only has about 300, I think currently now it's like 300 and something followers. So please transfer yourself over onto that, and also join the official fan page, the Boggin' Boggers, where Dominic himself will be an administrator on that, and he will be interacting with your lovely pictures and videos of your favourite bogs and your favourite Slaag videos. So there's a little space for you all to get together, and who knows, maybe there will be some bogging meetups in the future, which I am definitely going to go to. So as a little Brucey bonus, here's a little bit more of my chat with the man himself, talking about this situation. All right, thank you very much guys for coming to the Graham Cullis Karma Art Club podcast, and I hope that you will subscribe to this podcast on any platform that you're listening to or watching it on YouTube, and come back next week. I would love to have you. Cheers, legends.
Yeah, man, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for wanting me on, man. It's nuts. It's nuts.
No worries, man. And if you know anyone else that is on their way up on their journey, and you can recommend me to chat to them.
100%.
Yeah. And like I'll send you the Facebook group. I'll figure it all out, and I'll make you admin, and then like I think that'll be, because there's not one yet. You know, I saw like, and I just wanted you to know that, like, I didn't want to overstep the mark by doing that. So
you do you, man.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable,
that's
with
fine.
Then it can be deleted.
No, I love it. There is so I've done a Slaag page just for like putting my things on there. But the only reason I started that is because there's a Slaag on there at the moment with 30,000 followers that is not me.
Oh, is that not you?
That ain't me, mate. Nah, that ain't me. So I've been getting people to go over there and then like review it badly because it's not me. They're stealing my content.
I followed it.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't.
So is everyone though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're fine. So is everyone.
Which one's yours?
Yeah, my one's got like 275 followers. And you can see it would just say like there'd be like pictures of me with my shirt off in the bog.
All right, well let's grow the fan page. And then
I literally have no idea how Facebook works. And the only reason I did it is because I saw them have 30,000 followers, and they're like Facebook probably pays the most out of like all of the social medias, so they're making pee off of my videos probably.
That's annoying,
and that is because I had my videos able to be downloaded either through my TikTok or Instagram. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
So they've just been stealing it, putting it up there, claiming to be me.
Have you stopped that now then?
I've turned the downloading off, and I report them every single day.
Yeah.
And then I've just tried to get verified on Instagram and Facebook, but I don't want to pay for it because I think I'm already skint.
Yeah, I know, right?
Paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got your Facebook group, your little fan page that you can start now. It's only me in there at the moment.
Yeah. you in Bali.
Yeah, right. All right, boss. Well, I'll let you go. I just
Big love.
Thank you very much for everything, and I'll
Much love, Graham, man.
Yeah, speak to you again. Legend.
Speak to you soon, Graham. Thank you for having me.